In your admin portal, open the SKU where you want to make the modification. Let's say I am going to drop down of this particular group and selecting an SKU. Here I can go into the settings option and open edit SKU structure. This opens the cabinet at a component level. So this is the SKU at a component level. I can select the SKU here, and in the options I can turn off the countertop so that I can see the top panel. Here you can see that the top panel by default has rail construction, which is the Infurnia default construction. However, if you want to modify it, then you can go into the construction tab here, wherein you have the carcass section. Click on the drop down to open it. Here you have the option of railing options, and you can flip between the different panels of that particular carcass and make modifications to any of them. So I am at the top, and herein you can see that the type is half top or rails. So if I select, this is active right now. If I select full, then this will become a full panel. Similarly, if I select the carcass option again, and herein if I go into the back option, let's say I'm opening the back section right now, the back is active and I can make the type rails or full. So if I select rails again, the back panel will become rails. Once you make that once you change a particular panel to rails, you will also get the option of orientation, whether you want to have it left to right like you can see right now, or top to bottom. You can see this is now changed to top to bottom. And the next option here is the depth of each of those rails. So by default this will be 100 mm. So if you want to make modification to it, let's say 50 mm, then you can select the same and the rail depth will turn into 50 mm. Similarly, you can go into any of the other options also, like let's say I'm taking the left panel for example, and I can change it into rails as well. So you can see here the left panel is now changed to rails, and you will get the same options here as well of orientation and rail dimension depth. So accordingly you can change the construction of your cabinet. Mostly this is required for your top panel and your back panel in some cases. So you can flip between the different panels here and make any of them rails or full as per your particular construction style. This is how you would do it at a cabinet level, and you can save the same. If you want to make this modification for multiple cabinets, similarly select multiple cabinets which are owned by you. I am selecting this entire group right now, and herein under bulk action I can go into bulk edit SKU structure. It will show you the selections that you have made and you can proceed to editing. Herein under cabinet you have the section of rails. You have relevant options here of half top, convert top panels to rails. So you can simply select this as true if you want to have the top panel as rails. And you can also specify what is the front half of the top's depth in mm. So if this is your cabinet, this is the front half of the top rail, and you can add your depth in mm here. You can see here that you have front half top depth. You can specify this in mm, let's say 50 mm, and back half top depth. You can see this is the back half and the top depth you want. You can modify it here, let's say 75 mm you can put. Top rail orientation, whether you want it left to right or top to bottom. You can see here this is left to right orientation right now, and if I select top to bottom, this will be the orientation of the top rails. So you have the option here as well of top rail orientation. Similarly, so again you have different options for back, bottom, left, right, etc. And you can specify any of these as a half rail here and proceed to confirmation. But after inputting all the details, you can proceed to confirmation and publish the changes.